If you've ever driven the Southside and noticed this little airport tucked near the Missions, you might not realize you're looking at one of the most historic aviation sites in America. This is Stinson Municipal Airport, originally Stinson Field, and its story is inseparable from a woman who absolutely refused to stay grounded, Katherine Stinson. Today we're talking about the aviator who captivated crowds as the Flying Schoolgirl, charmed the nation as America's sweetheart of the air, and earned a reputation that feels downright mythic, like a goddess of the skies, because what she did up there, most people wouldn't dare to do down here. Katherine Stinson was born in 1891 and became the fourth woman in the United States to earn a pilot's license, in an era when aviation was brand new, dangerous, and overwhelmingly male. But here's what makes her story so compelling. She didn't learn to fly because it was trendy. She learned to fly because she had a plan. Katherine loved music. She wanted a serious musical education, and she saw flying as a way to fund that dream. She read that expedition pilots could make real money, and she basically said, "Perfect, I'll do that." Now let's pause for perspective. Early flying wasn't like hopping on Southwest. These were cockpit planes, unpredictable engines, and crowds gathering to watch humans to do something that still felt impossible. Katherine wasn't just a pilot. She became a performer in the sky. That's where the nickname, the Flying Schoolgirl, came from. She had a youthful look, a small stature, and she would step out like this sweetheart, unassuming young woman, and then pull off maneuvers that made people gasp. And she wasn't doing safe little loops. Katherine became known for daring stunts, including being celebrated as the first woman to fly a complete vertical loop, a headline-making feat in the 1910s. So yes, schoolgirl, but make it aviation adrenaline with a side of jaw-dropping nerve. As her fame grew, she became America's sweetheart of the air, a national celebrity drawing massive crowds. But what I love about Katherine is that behind the headlines, she was also deeply technical. She wasn't just waving from the cockpit. She was known as a skilled mechanic, someone who understood the machine and the risks. And then she did something that matters in a completely different way. She helped change what aviation was for. Because Katherine Stinson wasn't only entertaining America, she was helping build aviation into an actual system. She became the first woman authorized to carry U.S. airmail, which is a huge deal when you think about it. This was the moment flight started shifting from spectacle to infrastructure. Now let's bring this back home to San Antonio, because if you're watching this channel, you know I love local stories with national significance. Today, Stinson Municipal Airport is widely recognized as one of the oldest airports in continuous operation in the United States. This is living history, still active, still serving pilots, still training, and still flying. Over the decades, the field evolved through major chapters. World War I, restrictions on civilian flight. Later, municipal operations, and continued use through World War II training eras. And through all those changes, the Stinson name stuck, because what the Stinson family built here wasn't just an airstrip. It was a launch pad, especially for Katherine. When we talk about trailblazers, it can feel like a feel-good word that we just toss around. But Katherine Stinson was the real thing. She broke barriers in licensing, performance, and professional aviation work at a time when women were routinely told no before they even ask the question. And that's why I love the Stinson Airport. It has a spot that literally keeps her legacy in the everyday rhythm of this place. Trailblazer Cafe right here at the airport. The cafe's name is a direct nod to the Trailblazing Stinson family and to Katherine especially, tying the airport's past to the present. So you can sit here with your coffee or lunch, watch the small planes come and go, and realize you're eating in the middle of a story that helped shape American aviation. Katherine Stinson's story is bold, glamorous, and a little bit wild in the best way. She was a performer, a technician, a record setter, and a professional who helped move aviation forward. And here in San Antonio at Stinson, you don't just read about it, you can stand where it happened. So the next time you're on the Southside, do a little local history detour. Come to the Stinson Municipal Airport. Look around. Imagine those early biplanes lifting off over the mesquite and open land, and then swing by Trailblazer Cafe and toast the woman who proved the sky was never off limits. I'm Gina Candelario with Cooper Sotheby's International Realty. If you enjoyed this kind of San Antonio history, where place and story collide, hit the like and subscribe, and tell me in your comments what local landmark should I cover next.